Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
All right, we are going to build out an entire NCAA tournament bracket here. We're going to fill it all out. We're going to go region by region, and some of this can get a little weird, guys. We have officially now 52 minutes to get all the way through the bracket, and we got to talk about 67 games. So if you don't have to go long on a pick, don't go long on a pick. We're going to start in the East region because I have a feeling Sweeney and I are going to, or Tyler and I are going to have to talk Sweeney off a ledge when it comes to Auburn in a certain spot in this bracket. But Tyler, Stetson, are they pulling the FDU? Are they knocking off UConn? Can we get a UMBC over Virginia situation here?
Absolutely not. Not with UConn. This is surefire no miss. UConn's winning this one.
Sweeney, what do you got?
Yeah, no debate. The UConn wins going away.
All right, how about FAU and Northwestern? This is one of the more interesting matchups in the first round for me, Sweeney. How do you feel?
Yeah, look, I think we'd all love to see UConn FAU. The title game that wasn't a year ago. I think Northwestern's going to cause some problems for FAU, though. I know FAU's played their best against higher level opponents, but I think Northwestern's like bigger wings with Barnheiser and Nick Martinelli are going to be able to get some stuff done against the smaller guards for FAU. I think Boo Booey's the best player on the floor, and yeah, I think Golden's going to be an issue for the Wildcats, but I think Northwestern wins this game. I think the Wildcats, they're going to have a lot of fans out in Brooklyn. Obviously, a big Northwestern alumni presence in New York City. I think Northwestern wins this one.
Yeah, Sweeney. Remember when I said we got to be quick when we make our picks? I'm glad that that really that really locked in. Did you hear that, Tyler? He really locked in with that one. Who you got, T? Northwestern or Florida Atlantic?
I'm actually going to go Florida Atlantic. And I know they haven't met expectations, but I do think Golden's improved. I think their experience last year in the tournament is going to pay off for them. I like Boo Booey. I do. He can be electric if he gets hot. Can be a different story, but I like Florida Atlantic in this one.
Yeah, imagine picking against Nellie Davis. Could never be me. FAU advanced. Sorry, Sweeney. Sorry about your Northwestern Wildcats. Tyler, San Diego State and UAB. Can UAB pull the 5-12 upset?
They cannot. San Diego State, too experienced. Their defense is too good. They can make the game ugly, and they can win ugly, and I think that wins in the tournament. I got that from my guy T.O., so I'm going to roll with San Diego State.
What do you got, Sweeney?
Yeah, long travel out west for UAB. San Diego State happy to be in Spokane, and I think Jaden Ledee will dominate this game. San Diego State wins.
That's a clean sweep. Yep, I got SDSC. You can't out San Diego State with San Diego State, and that's kind of what UAB wants to do. This is the interesting one. I think that Yale's a tough matchup for Auburn. When I filled out my individual bracket, I actually picked this upset. Sweeney, can Yale get it done with the team that you have in your own personal bracket making it to the national championship game? I'm going to guess you say no.
Look, I don't think they can. I do think Yale does pose some problems because I think Danny Wolf's ability to lift up onto the perimeter and pass is an issue. Yale's very experienced. They're going to be able to control the tempo. And I mean, Wolf is a guy who can play at any level. And this guy will be, if he wants to be, play anywhere in college basketball next year. He's been awesome for the Bulldogs this year. And I think he gives them opportunity to win this game, but I just think Auburn is too talented, too hot. They win this game.
Tyler?
I know Yale's a high IQ basketball team, but I'm going to roll with Auburn here. I like my guy Broom down low, too big for him. So I think Auburn's going to do it.
I will tell you this, Tyler. When you watch Yale, if you turn on that game, because you're going to love the big fella Danny Wolf. That he's a man of your a big man that Tyler Hansbrough would enjoy. All right, so I've been outvoted. Auburn advances. When I tweeted that I thought Yale had a chance, an Auburn fan responded by saying, "Why do you bet on nerds with pocket protectors?" So there we are. BYU Duquesne. Tyler, can Duquesne knock off the Fighting Mormons?
No, I actually like BYU. This team, they did beat Kansas, at Kansas, which is tough to do. And BYU can get hot from outside. I like their team. They've been solid all year, so I'm going to roll with BYU.
All right, Sweeney, let's start getting through these quicker because we got about 5 minutes before we got to get to break. BYU Duquesne.
BYU's comfortable in a physical game. Duquesne's going to try to muck it up. I think BYU wins it.
All right. What about Moorhead? Any chance that they could pull off the upset against the Illini, Sweeney?
I think there's a chance. I mean, they have size, they have skill, and they're really well coached with Preston Spradlin. But I think this Illinois team is just too talented. Illinois finds a way.
All right. I got the Illini too. So I'm going to you on this one. Tyler, Drake, Washington State, and Omaha. That might end up being a home game for Drake. You riding with him?
I'm riding with Drake on this one. They can get hot. They're close to home. This is basically going to be a home arena for them. I'm rolling with Drake.
Sweeney?
Drake, Tucker DeVries is best player on the floor. Love what Darren DeVries has done. Atmosphere's going to be fun. Set up a fun second-round matchup with Iowa State.
Well, so you got Iowa. We all got Iowa State winning, right? Is
Yeah.
South Dakota State get it done? Are we going to take that one, Tyler? Is that going to be our underdog that makes the run?
No. I'm rolling with Iowa State for sure. Yeah.
All right. So we got Iowa State, Drake. I want to start in that one because that's fascinating. Omaha is literally over the river away from the state of Iowa. So that's going to be a full building. You're going to have it's like an in-state rivalry where they already don't like each other. Sweeney, Drake, can they get it done? Can we get a 10 seed in the Sweet 16 here?
I'm going to say yes. Like I think
Ooh.
Drake does a great job taking care of the basketball. They won't be flustered. They'll be able to get into their stuff, control the tempo against Iowa State, and DeVries will make some big shots. I mean, he's that type of big wing creator that can really cause problems. I think Drake is one of those teams that makes the Cinderella run this year.
Ooh, Tyler, what do you got?
No, I'm rolling with Iowa State. I do think that defensively, Iowa State's been solid. They won the Big 12 tournament. They've been one of the most underrated teams in college basketball. Arguably could have been a 1 seed, but I think Iowa State wins this one.
I'm going to go with Drake. I kind of like it. Let's get a 10 seed in the Sweet 16. Here we go. It's starting to get a little reckless, Tyler.
Let me tell you about our newest partner for the month of March, SplashSports, the home of certified community competition, where you get to play against your friends and not the house. Whatever game it is that you are playing, from survivors to tiers to pick X, the safest way to play for real money without the hassle of having to track down deposits or worry about payments is through Splash. They have partnered with PaySafe, the best deposit and payment system in the world, to ensure that money stays in safe hands and is delivered to the right places. To join the Field of 68 Survivor Madness, click the link in our profile below and join in. Entries are $5 a pop with a prize pool of up to $4,500. Winner take all.
Illinois, who you got?
Who do you think I'm taking? I'm taking BYU. Illinois defensively, they are a liability. If there's any chance Moorhead was going to beat them in the first round, I would have taken them. I'm going BYU.
He said, who do you think I'm taking? Sweetie, I got bad news. I'm taking BYU too. So both of your home state schools are getting knocked out here before we can even get to the Sweet 16. They don't make it out of the first weekend. So we call that the Sweeney jinx here around these parts. Auburn, San Diego State. Sweeney, what do you got? I think I know where you're going here.
Yeah, I just think Auburn's too talented, too dynamic offensively. They find a way past San Diego State.
Yep. Tyler?
San Diego State. I'm not sold on Auburn. Like I said, their experience, Auburn's been good. I think it'll be a heck of a game rolling with San Diego State.
I'm going to go with San Diego State here as well, mostly because I want to spite Sweeney, but partly because I want San Diego State to have that rematch with UConn in the Sweet 16. So we got the Aztecs traveling east to Boston. Well, they will play, Sweeney. Is it UConn or FAU? Who you got?
UConn. I mean, too talented. Nelly Davis is going to try, but I don't think he's got enough in his bag to beat UConn on his own.
Yeah, you need more than one guy to beat UConn. Right, Tyler? Back me up on this one.
I'm going with you. Yeah, I'm going with UConn. I do want to see the Golden and Klingon matchup. That's going to be interesting to watch.
Well, there you go. We got it. Who's winning it? We got San Diego. I'm sorry, we got San Diego. The rematch of. I'm sleeping on the job over here. The rematch of San Diego State and UConn, rematch of the title game. What do we got?
Oh, UConn's winning that one. UConn. There, I'm taking UConn. They're my top dog.
Sweeney?
Yeah, my objections are noted about Auburn not being in this game because they're not. I think UConn wins.
All right. BYU or Drake?
I'm Man, I think BYU. I think their ability to shoot the basketball travels, and I think they will. I think Drake's Cinderella run here, and so I think BYU has proven they can win against high level teams. Find a way to win.
Well, here's what I'm going to say: is we talked about having Drake in the Cinderella run, right? You talked about Tucker DeVries. You talked about how good he is. You talked about how good Darian DeVries is. You talked about the fact that he is the most underrated coach in college basketball right now with what he's done at Drake. I'm taking the Bulldogs. I'm saying that Drake can beat BYU and get to the Elite Eight here. We can have a 10 seed in the Elite Eight. It's up to Tyler. You are the tie-breaking vote here, T. What do you got, Drake or BYU?
I've said no. I've said no to Drake, but right now I'm saying yes. It feels right, and you just talked me into it. I'm rolling with Drake.
I think this is all just a conspiracy. I think this is all a conspiracy for Doster to give UConn the easiest draw possible.
Hey, look, man. UConn Drake in the Elite Eight.
If
Can they get it done?
If UConn's path to the Final Four is Stetson, FAU, San Diego State, and Drake, there's going to be so many takes heading into Final Four.
Will it really be all that different than their path to the Final Four last year?
No, not really.
No, it won't be all that different. So there you go, Sweeney. What do you got?
Taking
Talk
UConn
me into Drake
Drake.
upsetting UConn. Tell me how it happens. Tell me how it happens. Talk me into Drake upsetting UConn.
Discipline, running them off the 3-point line, making UConn settle for tough twos, and then Tucker DeVries having the game of his life, scoring 30.
All right, so Sweeney just picked Drake. Are you going to back him up there, Tyler?
Nah, he's on his own on this one. UConn, no chance.
Yeah, UConn's getting to the Final Four. UConn's getting to the Final Four. So we have UConn beating FAU to get to the Sweet 16, where they will play San Diego State, who knocked off Auburn. UConn gets to the Elite Eight there. They get to the Final Four after beating Drake. Drake took down BYU and Iowa State and Washington State. They make it all the way to the Elite Eight. BYU, of course, knocked off Tyler's favorite team, the Illinois Fighting Illini.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.